The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome back to World Class Bullshitters, where today we're going to be talking about something different. So folks, it's the holiday season, and Nick and I have seen a new holiday film. It's rare that you find a Christmas film that comes out and can be categorized as maybe a Christmas classic, but that's what we're going to talk about today because we have a review of Violent Night, starring David Harbour and a whole bunch of other amazing actors. So, Nick, you saw this movie, you had planned to see this movie before I did, and you were originally going to do this review by yourself, and then I just so happened to be out on Saturday afternoon, and Jesse and I were like, hey, let's go catch a movie. And we watched this because we saw it on a bus ad, and I fucking loved it.
Love it. I love it. On a bus ad, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you know,
well, no, because I'd seen it, and I think I want to say from like the initial trailer, it was like produced by the same people who kind of like made John Wick, and I was like, all right, I'm already on board. And then you have fucking David Harbour, this big dude, and you could tell it was like right before season 4 of Stranger Things because like he was still kind of big. And they had him in the outfit, and he was Santa Claus, and he was kicking ass and everything. And I was like, I'm for this. This looks like fun. I definitely wanted to check it out because it was one of those very few things this year that I've been interested in to actually go to the theater for. And I went Friday, and I'm glad I went. It was worth my money. It was worth the time. It was a good movie. I think it'll be a staple of like the unconventional Christmas movies that happen every so often that we get. These very, these diamonds in the rough that happen every now and again that just are like, these are good fun movies. They're ridiculous and we need them. We do not, I mean, I think people are over the Hallmark stuff. Like those have their place. I'm for it, but like we need Krampus, we need Night Before Christmas, we need Bad Santa, we need Harold and Kumar 3. We need things like that to get like people, I think our generation, like, happy about Christmas.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a great way to look at it. Now, let's tell the audience what this movie is about for those who don't know. So Violent Night is the story of Santa Claus, played by David Harbour, who's essentially going out on his final Christmas run. He said, fuck it, he's fed up with it. And now he's a very funny, vulgar, a drinking Santa, which is unique, but not unique only to this version. Because you have Bad Santa, who's an alcoholic, but this is like Santa Claus, the magical Santa Claus, who can do a lot more than just a guy in a suit. And he's a very cynical, beaten down old version of Santa, and he's hilarious. And the whole premise is there's a family that is held hostage in their house. The grandma's played by Beverly D'Angelo. And basically, John Leguizamo and his hit squad come in because they want to get access to this money that they have. And the movie becomes Die Hard and Home Alone and Santa Claus. And Santa Claus has to work his way through all these hitmen and bodyguards and whatever you want to call them, this kill squad essentially, on his way to John Leguizamo. It's a crazy balls-to-the-wall action movie that I never thought would exist in this regard, but god damn it, am I happy that it does. Oh.
Yeah. No, it does. Another thing I was happy about as well is the end battle between him and John Leguizamo. It was actually quite long, which I'm good because usually in the past I want to say 20 years or so we've gotten where the end battle between the good and the bad guy is like 2 minutes long or 3 minutes long, and it's really quick and it's just not fun. This one was like RoboCop 2 levels of just like they're fighting each other and they're kicking each other's ass. Like that's like the ending of RoboCop 2 between Kane and RoboCop, that's how much time you need for the end battle of every fucking good guy, bad guy movie.
Agreed.
That's the time you need. And it also, I mean, it doesn't need to be that level of destruction, but like, 10% of that would help. Just give me the big end battle. Holy shit, this guy might kind of die kind of thing. That's what I want. And that's what we got in this. And I was very satisfied with the ending, especially the way that fight ends is fucking epic.
Oh my god, yeah. No, we're not going to tell you every battle outcome, every kill, every action scene, because that's the fun of this movie, folks. It's like if we went and saw a John Wick movie and told you everything that John Wick did. No, we'll tell you how awesome it is, highlight certain things, but we're not going to give you every little detail because we really buried the lead on this movie, but we strongly recommend it. And so instead of waiting to tell you if it's good or not at the end, we thought we'd tell you why it's good and have a fun, in-depth discussion about these offbeat Christmas movies to a degree, because that's what this is. This is a very different type of Christmas movie, but in a way, it's like a hodgepodge of what we already know. It took those tropes and kind of turned them on their fucking ear.
Yeah, and you know, like once again, like, you know, you will get Die Hard 1 and 2 and Home Alone vibes heavily, which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at, you know. You're trying to do an unconventional thing, but you need those pieces to convey to the general audience like what this is. I'm not mad at it. It's fine. And the beginning 5 minutes of the movie, you're just like, as soon as you watch that piece of it, you're there for it. Like if you get it when you see what's going on, you're there for it. It's wonderful. I love it.
It was great. I mean, there wasn't really any downtime in this movie. I looked up the time for this. It's under 2 hours long. So that's cool if you're looking for something a little shorter. Because when a movie is this kind of high octane, you can't keep watching it without burnout. There's a few movies that really know how to balance themselves, like a Mad Max Fury Road. Mm-hmm. Some of the Crank movies can be crazy. This one was just well paced. It never dragged. It's kind of bizarre. Like, this movie doesn't even fit in with modern stuff because a lot of the complaints we have about modern movies are really absent in this film. This isn't your average garbage story that has shit writing, that overlooks problems, doesn't have any heart or any kind of message or any kind of anything in it. This movie's got layers. It's a very well-made film.
It is. And, like, you know, the movie does have heart, especially the part where he talks to the little girl like for a long period of time and kind of goes through a little bit of his backstory. That was fucking good, man. Like, whoever, like, the integration of that into it to kind of get in depth into both characters of the daughter and Santa Claus, about how he got his start and how he became Santa Claus almost, was wonderful. I thought it was amazing. Also they didn't make him superhuman. Like, he got shot, he bleeds, like, you know, he has the ability to die. He is human, you know, enough. To a point. Yeah, like everything that he does is like, I love how he doesn't even know what it is. It's just Christmas magic.
Yeah.
You know, the bag, the way he goes up and in and out of the houses or through the chimney, it's just Christmas magic. Like, it's not really described. It's just, that's what it is.
That's all you need.
Which I love. Which it's fine for me because, like, once again, that's all you need. You just need that description. You're like, all right, cool, that's good. I'll take it. That's fine.
I mean, this movie magic, they knew how to balance that without it being like, for
ridiculous.
example, folks.
Yeah, completely ridiculous.
Well, I hate to use this example, but like in the Disney Star Wars movies, the lady's like, how did you get the lightsaber? Well, that's the story for another time. That just, will never get answered. But you're told it'll get answered. Like, this movie just kind of knows how to be like, oh, magic, Christmas magic, or oh, the Force, or oh, whatever. It's like, it really does tap into those hallmarks of yesteryear, where I think we're really coming out of this phase of these, like, I don't want to call them overt trash movies because I don't believe anybody goes in to make these movies overtly trash. They just make bad things. This feels, like I said, like a product of yesteryear because it's so competent, but so good as well. It, like I said, it fires on every cylinder. Nobody is bad in this movie. No scene is boring. It's just so nice to talk about a movie so positively.
Yeah, and it's I think I saw it was done by Universal.
Yep.
So that's a win in their category.
They've been delivering. I don't really simp for studios because the fuck do I benefit from? They don't even give me a free pass to the theme park. If they did, that's a different story, folks, but I pay. No, but Universal tends to have... It's an interesting thing where they have a lot of money. It's usually a race to the first $1 billion picture each year between them and Disney. But what they are is they don't really have like a brand. Their brand is to just buy up create other things that are kind of like attached tangentially. And so they've kind of had the market on this like other Christmas movie thing, because I'm pretty sure they did Krampus a few years ago, and that was that's another Universal flick, and it's another one of these just like offbeat Christmas movies, and I really am digging that we're getting these because.
Well, speaking of offbeat movies, guess what movie this is that's coming out next year that we really want to see?
What's that?
Cocaine Bear.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe the WCBS movie will get released through Universal as well. Then it'll be really fucking perfect. You know, the circle will be complete.
Listen, Universal. Here's what you need to do. Okay, take out the fucking Twister ride and make Cocaine Bear the experience. Okay.
Free cocaine for everybody.
Sure, let's do that.
Oh no! What they do is they don't get rid of the Twister ride. They integrate Cocaine Bear, and it's called Coke-nado, the natural experience. Or a Kodiak experience where they have like they blow cocaine in a whirl around you and then they let a bear loose and see what happens. How many lawsuits will they get by the end of the day?
Sounds like a win. Sounds
like a good time.
It does.
Just like this movie.
Yeah, man.
So I like that you brought up the whole non-traditional Christmas thing because these movies really reflect how the old school family doesn't really exist anymore in that way. No, let me rephrase it. It exists, but there are other versions of family too. You know, for example, like as much as I love Christmas Vacation or A Christmas Story, I grew up in a single parent household as an only child. So those movies about big family Christmases and stuff like that, I love those movies. They're my favorite Christmas movies and they resonate with me, but there are certain elements that don't really resonate with me. So I've always just kind of watched those as a movie. And so it's interesting the older people get that there's more movies that kind of represent what your Christmases could be if you're away from your family, like 'Twas the Night Before, or, you know, a crazy fantasy action film or something like a darker horror film like Krampus. Like, I'm glad that it's not just, you know, It's a Wonderful Life and White Christmas and all these traditions anymore. Because, yeah, that's great and all, but we don't live like that. So it's nice to see something reflective of what today's world would want. And I think this balances both without being any of the negative shit that is in today's movies.
Yeah, definitely. No, I do love the unconventional ones, and I love that for a while there we were getting them, you know, back to back. Because, you know, we need new shit. We badly need new shit. And that was a good way to do it. I'm also very happy that this movie came out early in December and not on Christmas itself. And I was able to see it, you know, comfortably with not even a packed theater. There were people in there. I wish there were more, but there were people in there who wanted to go see it. It was nice. It was good to see people actually making an effort. But I'm glad it came out earlier in December, so everybody can enjoy it. And instead of like sometimes really you want to see a movie on Christmas and it's something you really want to check out, but then all the theaters are packed. You know, and it's hard to get a ticket or something. Yeah, you know, that whole thing.
Well, yeah, because like Avatar's coming. And as much as we don't care or want it for Dion's wallet's sake, Avatar's going to be out in a couple of days. It's inevitable that it's going to make some cash. It'd be interesting. I would like to see it fail personally because James Cameron's a crazy guy right now.
Yeah, he is.
I'm making a video about it, but the shit he's been saying publicly, his ego knows no bounds. So it'd be nice to watch him get fucking karate chopped in the throat at the box office. But who knows?
He might. That's Here's hoping. But yeah, dude, yeah, and like one thing I'll say is like the Home Alone stuff in this is not your run of the mill Home Alone stuff from the movie. It's violent.
Oh yeah,
there's blood and guts involved. Like it's not just like, oh, I'll hit him with a paint can or like, you know, and it'll be haha funny. It's like, no, I'm gonna put a nail through the bottom of his jaw.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have him land on like a bunch of fucking screws and drill bits and shit like that, or I'm gonna put some sticky shit on the floor and have you rip part of your fucking scalp off, you know, like things like that.
Yeah, this is definitely an R-rated film, but
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it
no,
because
me neither.
because we need you know, that's needed. We're tired of this dare I say, tired of this Disney bullshit of just things being wholesome and lovely and family friendly. It's like, no, we need some fucking R-rated bullshit in our lives.
Oh yeah. And I'd even argue that it's the kind of R rating that like a really together kid could watch, because there's like movies that are tonally R rated where thematically they deal with shit that, one, I don't think younger audiences even give a shit about. But I also don't think like a movie like this is damaging. It's kind of like if you let a 10-year-old watch Die Hard or something. Like what? Yeah. Oh man, there's some blood and they do cocaine in one scene and they cuss a lot. Okay, but what's damaging about it? There's nothing in Die Hard that a kid's gonna see and like fuck up their psyche. This movie does have violent, like over the top kills, but like if you're the kind of parent that would let your kid watch John Wick, this is appropriate. If you would let your kid watch Skyfall, I wanted to bring this up too. Like when you say Home Alone and you talk about the movie Skyfall, it's a pejorative statement because James Bond, well whatever. But this movie, like you said, they do the Home Alone shit to this like next level, but they keep the humor. It's not mean spirited.
Oh yeah, no, it's still fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and I love that.
But there's blood involved.
Blood's funny sometimes. In this movie,
True.
the chin one's the best. The guy falls off the ladder, boom, right through his chin, goes a nail. Oh.
Yeah, that whole scene, I was like, how is this gonna go down? And like, it was beautiful. It was so much fun. Yeah, the whole movie is a good time, man. Really, it is.
It is.
And like it didn't feel like 2 hours. Like you said, 2 hours is the running time. It didn't feel like it. And I think that right there is like a recognition of how good it is. Like you don't feel 2 hours. It feels like a good, nice ride that you're going on, the story, this journey you're going on, with this ridiculous Santa Claus. being just angry at the world, and now he has a group of people to take it out on, these fucking terrorists.
Yeah, they deserved it. They all did.
Yeah. But I'm still very happy that they didn't make him supernatural. I was very happy about that. I was like, just let him get hurt enough, but don't kill him, kind of thing. I was like, good. He's not going to, I was happy about that as well.
Stakes.
Yeah, that's one thing, and that's something we're missing from a lot of these movies these days is stakes. Like at least this one had stakes. Like once you see him fight and you notice he can get hurt, it's like, oh, he can actually die. Fuck.
Yeah. And you care. I mean, this Santa Claus is, like I said, he's a little bitter, a little jaded, a drunk at times, but he's still Santa Claus. So, where does David Harbour fall for you in terms of like Santa Claus on film? I know that's an odd question because like who really played Santa Claus on film, but
I mean, like he's I mean, I'll probably, I mean, there's not that much of a list. I mean, I would say maybe top 10 because I mean I do have the remake of Miracle on 34th Street. That guy I think did a good job.
Isn't that the guy from Jurassic Park, Attenborough?
Oh God, you're right. It is. Yeah, it is him. Shit, you're right. He did a really good job. You have what else is it? You have Bad Santa, which is kind of funny, and I think he did a good job of portraying Santa. You have Tim Allen as well, which I hate giving Disney props for.
Yeah,
but that one was still good. I don't know. I really can't think of anything else.
I mean, whoever played Santa Claus and Elf, I guess.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'll give you that.
How would you feel, or how do you feel about when Leslie Nielsen played Santa Claus?
When did he play Santa Claus?
In the year 2000, in a little film titled Santa Who? I've never heard of it until right now myself, so
I might have to go watch it. It's Leslie Nielsen in the early 2000s. I'd give it a shot. Even his straight to DVD movies were still good. Like I love that man so much.
Oh yeah, he was. I didn't appreciate him when he was around. Okay, let me rephrase that. As a child, I did not get the Naked Gun movies. As an adult, I actually like the Naked Gun movies. So I just thought of Leslie Nielsen as that old guy who's in funny movies.
Yeah,
but
yeah, same here. Yeah, but no, I totally watch one with him as Santa Claus. I think that would be incredibly funny. But no, I think I think David Harbour as Santa Claus is good. I mean, I do hope they do. I mean, I would like another one, but then again, I don't. Because I mean, you can't go Violent Santa again next year because it's just gonna feel odd. I mean, I don't know what they could do for a part 2. And honestly, I don't think I want one. Like, I would like another movie in the same vein of a ridiculous Christmas movie, but I don't. Yeah. You can't do this again because this was done so well that you could never top it. I don't think you could even parallel it. In all honesty.
No, I like where you're going. I was actually going to make that suggestion to you. Hear me out for a second. Let's treat Violent Night as the second in a trilogy that already started with Krampus. So you have your offbeat horror movie, Christmas, offbeat action Christmas movie, and then you come up with a third genre. They're not tied together in the slightest bit, but you market them that way on like a box set. It's like, hey, the the new Christmas classics. Like, just create like a third film that's, like I said, no way related. It just comes from Universal and it's different. Maybe you come up with a science fiction Christmas movie or some bullshit like that. Whatever it would be. But I would never want to see David Harbour or any of these characters again. It's a one-off story, kind of like Krampus, where I fucking love Krampus. I bought it. I think I'm going to get the collector's edition too with the alternate cut.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it that much because that movie really impressed me. And so did this one. This impresses me as much as Krampus did, and I will support this movie, in the future. A David Harbour Santa Claus figure isn't out of the question. If they ever actually market one, I'll buy it.
No, definitely. No, if it comes out and it's reasonably priced, I will definitely grab it. It won't be a pre-order, but it'll definitely be a grab for sure. Because if they have him and the weapon he used, I'm not going to give it away. I would definitely acquire that for my collection.
So, I did pull up a list of the Santa Clauses so I could, or Santa Claus, I don't know how you pluralize Santa Claus, you just don't. But I wanted to give a little accuracy to what my opinion would be, so I had to look up who's played Santa Claus of note. Now, David Harbour ranks up there for me with Billy Bob Thornton, but I gotta say, even though I've never seen him play it, Kurt Russell's Santa Claus is going to be a hard one to top because it's Kurt Russell.
I don't know why I forgot about that one. God damn it! He did a really good fucking job. He really did. That Netflix movie, I think he did 2 of them. Mm-hmm. They're really good. They're really good.
How about Mel Gibson as Santa Claus and Fat Man?
Unfortunately, I've not seen that movie. I need to go watch it. That's been on my list for a while. I need to go check it out.
David Harbour might fall maybe 4th or 3rd on my list, but I wanted to talk about 2 more just out of respect. So, Nick, you and I are horror aficionados. Mm-hmm. And even though he only played Santa Claus for a brief moment, I'd like to give a shout out to one Mr. Eric Freeman from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, because, God damn it, Nick. An actor is meant to entertain. And very few people have entertained me as much as Mr. Eric Freeman. Now, folks, if you don't know who the hell it is, he's the Garbage Day guy. You know who Garbage Day is. What? Garbage Day? Shoots the guy. It's wonderful. When I have that action figure, Nick, of him dressed as Santa Claus with the axe.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I got that shit from Shout Factory. The day it got released, I pre-ordered that.
Oh, nice.
If I love something, I fucking make sure I got it. So I have Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 in the living room.
Yeah, I also got the board game that I pre-ordered like the beginning of the year practically.
Nice.
I got the board game and the expansion packs and the shot glasses and the whole thing. So,
damn, you did it right.
Oh yeah! As soon as they said shot glasses, I was like, "Give them to me now. I don't care. Just give them to me."
Now, this might seem like a cop out, but I think my favorite Santa Claus on film goes to Dan Aykroyd from Trading Places when he's the drunk Santa Claus and he steals the salmon. And he runs out into the main room with the pistol, goes, ah! That's my favorite Santa Claus on film. But David Harbour, you are number 2.
When he's eating the salmon on the bus when the hair's in it, I'm just like, oh God, dude. That's a very iconic scene because right, at that point right then he's broken. He is 100% broken and he doesn't know what to do.
Lewis Winthorpe III. God, I love that fucking movie.
Yeah. I gotta say my number 1, and I'm sure Kendo will agree with this, is Ernest P. Worrell.
Oh yeah, from Ernest Saves Christmas. I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah, another classic.
Did you ever see Santa Claus versus the Martians?
Never.
We watched it in art class.
I think it was too old. I think it's one of those things that like I respect old movies, but it's one of those things where it's like I'm never gonna watch it because it just seems like too old and too hokey. I don't have the time for it. I just don't feel like watching it.
It is that stupid.
Okay.
Like, I think Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Okay. It's $3 on Amazon. I find it hard to even recommend it for $3.
Oh,
but
wow.
It's like, if you're looking for something really fucked up when you're like drunk or high or tired, or you want to show your kids something really stupid that they'll never forget, show them Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. It's special.
It sounds like it.
And the one guy looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme in green face paint. So
God.
it's got that going for it.
Oh man.
So, Nick, is there anything else you'd like to say about Violent Night, our new favorite Christmas classic?
I would just like to say, go support it financially, please. Go get a ticket for it. Go watch it. Even if you go watch it on a matinee day or whatever for less, just go give it some money, please, because this is the kind of thing that Hollywood needs to know. We need more of these movies. We need more of these unconventional Christmas movies, especially ones that are rated R, ones that are high action like this. We need more of these good movies is what we need. So send a message to Hollywood, buy a ticket, spend some money on it, take your kids. Promise, I kind of promise they won't get messed up. I don't know, hopefully, but it's a good time, really. It is. I'm going to try to watch it again in a theater that serves alcohol.
Ooh.
So I can get a little tipsy beforehand and go watch it. So yeah.
Yeah, folks, I highly recommend it as well. This studio's produced some decent films. They're called 87 North Productions, Nick, and they made Nobody with Bob Odenkirk.
Oh, nice.
But this year they made Bullet Train as well as Violent Night. So those are two of my
Bullet,
favorite movies
yeah,
this year.
Bullet Train. Yeah, Bullet Train's. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a damn good one.
Yeah, folks, there are a lot of interesting ideas out in the world, but this year we've had some interesting movies come out, and I would put Violent Night up there very high. So if you're looking for something unique that you haven't seen before, check this one out. But if you're looking for a Christmas classic that's going to make you feel like you're watching a Christmas classic, that nice, warm, cozy feeling, this is also for you. And I know this is crazy to say it like this, but I guarantee you, in 10 years, people will be talking about this one the way they do Bad Santa and these other offbeat Christmas movies. Like, it's rare to catch one of these when they're so new. And thankfully, so far, it's already broken even, and I want it to make more money because it's a sign that people are liking this. So, folks, if you want to go out and be entertained, go out and see Violent Night tonight, tomorrow night, any night. Take your family. It's an action movie that your family's gonna like. If you're comfortable with your kids seeing John Wick levels of violence and action, then this is a movie you could take your family to. I think it's good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you're on the fence about watching it too, once again, if you like John Wick and that kind of stuff and the unconventional Christmas movies that we've mentioned in this review, then definitely check this out. This is worth your time. It's worth your money. Give it a shot.
So, folks, that's all we said about it. The film is Violent Night, and this is WCBS. So, from Nick and I, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.